Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tex is back over here with the MUTMEN podcast, episode number 69. Unfortunately, Gut Fox, we could not get Gronk. How does that make you feel?
I got mixed emotions about this because, Gronk, he is a certain idol to people, but he's been in some controversy this past week, huh, Texas?
Yeah, well, I think about a couple weeks prior to this, but recently he had a roast at Barstool where he had some jokes that were pretty funny, but things you're probably not allowed to say when you're wearing or you're playing in the NFL because people are sensitive. I gotta find these jokes, but yeah, it was supposed to air on television, I think on Comedy Central, and it did not. It was a roast of Big Papi. That's the roast that they were at.
So who do we blame for the oversensitization of sports? ESPN and all their endless talk shows.
I want to blame. I don't know. It's kind of been a weird year where a lot of people are sensitive. You're seeing a lot of people just being super sensitive as opposed to where people just take these jokes in stride. Even the Dave Chappelle, his stand-up got criticized. It might just be people in general. I don't know if it's ESPN. I think it's just people just finding a voice and just telling people how they feel about things. It's probably just the over access to people. I think that's probably what it is. I
think that's a good point. The over access to people, because if people have gotten famous off of being super sensitive to stuff and replying oh, this hurt my feelings. This person was being insensitive this way, and they find an audience that way. So I could see that. And I mean, and with the 24/7 sports cycle, and I just want to lay stuff at the feet of ESPN to blame them for something, because I don't know. I just haven't been watching much lately. You like ESPN more than I do now. Why are you still sticking with ESPN?
Well, because I just watch two shows. I don't really watch anything else they provide. I watch Dan Le Batard, Highly Questionable, Dan Le Batard and the shows, and G.O.A.T, and I watch Melody Jones. I don't really watch anybody else because I don't agree with their points. I liked the whole my voice being represented in these shows, and those two guys represent myself and people that are kind of like me. So that's why I watch it. I don't watch anybody else though. I don't watch Paul Feinbaum. I don't watch First Take. First Take's it's great, but I can't watch that show.
Yeah,
I can't watch that show.
It's been years for me since I watched that.
Yeah, so I watch just 3 shows on ESPN, and it's not even really watching. I just listen to the podcast on my phone, and then that's all I pretty much do.
I got you. So yeah, I mean, and if they need to talk about something, they need to talk about something, and just because they talk about it, kind of makes it controversial.
That's true. When somebody brings attention to it, like Michael Vick with the Colin Kaepernick thing, it just makes people talk about it more, which is it isn't becoming a decisive opinion he has because people are just kind of on both sides of it.
Yeah, I mean, you see this a lot. People give some offhanded remark, and then a newspaper picks it up, then another one picks it up, and then people talking about it, and then all of a sudden it becomes a big controversy. It's kind of weird, but that's kind of what we do in the MUTMEN. Pick up small little things from developers and blow them out of proportion as we talk about MUT. So,
got to. That's how you gotta. I mean, that's like clickbait 101.
That's
if you want over here to over exaggerate things, you won't be getting views. No one will be getting views.
I disagree because those people are still clicking on the videos, right?
Well, I don't know.
I don't think clickbait helps the Madden community as a whole. You know what I mean?
But every other community thrives off clickbait, though. I think it helps us. I just think that people just get mad about it. Because, I mean, the biggest FIFA guy right now, all he does is clickbait. All he does is clickbait.
Yeah, but
Rotoshaw, that's all he does.
The thing is, he's still. I mean, that's the total audience for FIFA. He's taking clicks away from. So, he clickbait, so everybody else clickbait. So, it's the whole game is risen for clickbait, but the audience, the total number of clicks doesn't change from the audience. It's just he's getting a bigger proportion because he clickbaits like that.
Okay, so he's kind of just affecting everybody. I mean, I see your argument because I was the argument with Lawson Unbound when he was out here doing bullshit. And people were like, your clickbaiting is affecting everybody else. And I can see how you make that argument, but a lot of guys at FIFA are still getting viewed. So, I guess.
It's the same thing with Madden. The guys that just, I'm not going to get into it too much because there's a lot of guys that do it. And myself, I try and clickbait as best I can to give attractive titles. But, I mean, there's
101 speed.
101 speed would be ideal. I didn't do that, but I know other people did it, and it's good clickbait.
Yeah. It's good clickbait, even though I just like how people. I know people don't watch all the videos, but man, I wish people would just do word of mouth. That shit don't mean anything. It's just so that way people just stop believing the hype. Because I hate when somebody argues this guy's faster when in actuality it's not.
Yeah.
So people listen to the podcast, people who take objections and stuff like that, voice your opinion because your opinion matters. That's why. Yeah. That's what the conversation's about right now.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, you can see the worst clickbait, and then like somebody calls it out in the comments, and then their fanboys will respond. So it takes a really dedicated, tough individual to call out clickbait and withstand the public scrutiny from their fanboys. So to those people that are going on channels, telling it like it is on Twitter, bullying people for being jerks, I salute you. All right, let's get into the agenda for today. Here's what we got on tap. We really combed kind of, what would I say, the sand for this. We got our metal detectors out for our topics this week because it is a very slow news week for Madden 18. All right, rookie premiere, not slow. We're going to go into what Madden version to get. Why are the EA developers trolling? That's something Texas wants to talk about.
Yep.
They're getting us. The blogs that we might see. The first thing you're going to do in Madden 18. Like what packs Texas wants to see. MUT Master requirements you think would be good. Servers at launch. Hype for 18 versus 17. Are people going to give up on MUT going into 18 because of the excessive grind for a team each year? Updated playbooks in 18. Still updating Madden 17. We might get some stuff. And then some shenanigans at the end with National Sandwich Day and basketball versus football and what's more interesting. All right, so first topic, Texas. It's good. It's good just to have us on. You know, just me and you chat back and forth. Yeah.
I don't want to waste the spot on anybody because I feel kind of bad when somebody comes on the show and there's nothing to talk about. And we kind of put them on the spot to have an opinion about something that's like I mean, I can talk forever, but a lot of people can't really do that. You and me both can probably filibuster and ended up doing a pretty good episode with just us two. A third person would probably end up feeling pressure to just talk and not really help us out that much.
Yeah, we need a like last week. You were doing a good job taking shots at things and people. Like, you know, you were great barbs. It was awesome.
My shots weren't subtle, though, because somebody in the comment section realized who I was taking a shot at and called it out.
Yeah. So, we and if we bring somebody on, they'd have to take shots too, right? Just to keep up with you.
Got to, right? You got to do something like either take shots or have an opinion or something that we didn't think of that's different that brings something new to the table. So one of those two things, taking shots is much easier. So I would just do that for those that want to come on in the future. Much easier on you. You just say something you like about somebody, and then that's all we can go on that.
Yeah, perfect. We can put in the headline and go on that. So July is a bad month for Madden because it's just full of drama. Anyways, let's move on to rookie premiere. So we got 10 cards this past week that transfer into Madden 18. For those of you who don't know who it is, let me run down the list quick. We got all right, Fournette at halfback, Myles Garrett, Marshawn Lattimore at cornerback, Garrett's right end, Corey Davis, Jamal Adams, O.J. Howard, Deshaun Watson, T.J. Watt, Jonathan Allen. Jonathan Allen's going to be an end though next year, is that right? And Garrett Bowles. He's a defensive tackle this year. So those are the 10 we got from only. What do you think about them not doing the whole first round, Texas?
It's stupid, but it's dumb. I don't know why they wouldn't want to just do what they did last year, which was just do the entire first round, just based off of people wanting to get their one guy off their favorite team. So there's a few players that we didn't see that might have good years. One of them being like a Dalvin Cook. He's a second round pick, obviously, but Dalvin Cook might have a great year next year, but he doesn't have a card. Christian McCaffrey, another guy as well for the Panthers, and a few other players. Like maybe Mitchell Trubisky for the Bears has a great year, but choosing 10 just random players doesn't make much sense. Because I don't know why they chose those 10 players specifically. What are the reasons behind you choosing guys that may start or guys that are going to start but also going to play in a bad team, which may not get a good upgrade? Yeah. It seems kind of like they did this on purpose, so that way they didn't do upgrades at all this next year.
And I think the biggest omission is Ross, right?
Well, it's not. I mean, I knew he was a good card. Well, let me take that back. Because I thought they would do the entire first round. But when I saw they did 10, I'm like, they're probably not going to do Ross. And the reason why they're not going to do Ross is because they probably didn't want to, I don't know, maybe reveal speed next year. I don't know, maybe just try to keep it on the wraps. I don't know. I just feel like it'd have been nice to have him, but it makes sense why we didn't get him because we only had 10 players and they just wanted random ones so that way players who aren't likely to get upgrades might get these cards.
I get you. And it makes their job a lot easier, too. That's probably why, in my opinion, why they only did 10 as opposed to 32. Because then they don't have to worry as much about it.
Yeah, but they're getting paid for this, so I don't know. Like, it's your job. Do your job. Like, I mean, it makes your job easier, and maybe you don't want to have to do 32 loyalty sets in Madden next year so people can get these cards, but somebody's willing to spend that many coins. Because right now, it costs like 10 million coins to get all these sets done.
Yeah, don't you think we're going to get more packs, though?
We'll get more packs, yeah. We'll get more packs eventually. I don't know when we'll get them, though. Probably this weekend or sometime soon, but I just wish we get more collection and more sets for these cards. Like, I want to see more guys for... Like, everybody's team should be represented here. Like, I don't know why they chose 10 random teams.
Yeah, I think I'm like, it's always got to be to make the job easier, right? There's no other reason besides for now you only have to worry about 10 guys getting upgraded every week. I think that's completely it. But like, what else would it be?
That's the only thing that makes sense. Like you said, like it's 10 people, and unless these are 10 people most least likely to get upgraded, because I mean, I don't think Garrett's going to be too crazy. The Browns aren't going to be good. He may have a better chance to get upgraded because he'd be on defense more so than offense, because the Browns' offense is terrible. But he's number 1 overall pick, so I guess you have to have him. But everybody else there's other guys you probably could have chose or picked that would have been better picks because they were picked higher than the guys that are there, and it just doesn't make sense the way they did it.
So go on.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, do you think maybe we get the other ones when 18 launches? Because you know these rookie premieres now have a specific border around them, so they've changed the border to cards. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's indicative of more guys just like this that we can earn next year that are kind of dynamic. So that's something I guess we didn't put in the agenda. But what do you think of the potential for getting new dynamics at 18 and then the card borders?
I don't think we're gonna get new dynamics at all next year. I would love for us to get those, but I think this is just gonna be for the rookies. Like I wouldn't mind seeing a few cards that you can buy that are NAT or cards you could get sets for that aren't rookies, like guys such as who's a fringe player. Like let's just say like an Eric Kendricks, where if he's good he gets an upgrade, if he's bad he goes down. I wouldn't mind seeing certain cards get like dynamic type upgrades, but I think this might just be for rookies. And the blue border is just going back to Madden 13. Like that's the cool thing about it. It just separates and makes packs more fun to open. It also allows them to do more, I guess, with not trolling us as much with these bullshit backgrounds. That's all this year was as well, man. How many times you pull a pro pack or a legendary pack and get that elite flash and just a collectible? Now these different backgrounds will allow different pack opening animations, so you know exactly what you're getting. And I'm hoping the collectibles aren't elite anymore. Make them motherfuckers gold or a different tier.
Yeah, they did make a lot of collectibles elite, and it's after a while it's kind of like, oh, it's a fireworks, but I'm not excited about it. Mm-hmm. And we talked about that with iJoshify last week, and I don't know. I think it's kind of neat that they're going with the different borders. And do you think we're gonna get like a Ruby Sapphire type thing where like maybe elites aren't the top anymore?
I would like to see something like that where elites aren't the best thing, because elites really shouldn't be the best thing all year. I mean, you go from 85 to 90, that's a huge range. Like if you look at everything else, it goes from like 60 for bronze to 70 to golds and silver and stuff like that. So there should be something higher, and then it would also again add more fun to pack opening, so that 9 overall pool is like in 2K it'd be a diamond. That'd be really awesome to see them just had more color schemes, because then it allows them to get more creative with how they want to give us this content, which I would like to see. And the best card in the game is this card, and not just a random elite background that goes from 85 to 99.
Oh yeah, totally agree. And like we talked about, like having different pack openings, like walkouts. It's kind of cool next year if they do that. All right, so any other thoughts on Rookie Premiere? I did a video on which Rookie Premiere I think you guys should do, so you can check that out on my channel. Not to promote myself on Texas's channel.
Check it out. Link will be in the description. Well, the list was actually pretty good. I actually agree with everything you had on your list, except for I don't understand why Taiwan wasn't number 2. Taiwan should be number 2.
What? Taiwan's number 1. What do you got? China number 1? No, Taiwan number 1.
Okay.
Who would you have at number 1?
I mean, the one I chose was Fournette, obviously. But that's just because he's a starter. I mean, they drafted him so high. Everybody's saying he's not going to start and split carries down there, which he might do, but he's going to. I mean, you draft somebody, top 5?
Yeah.
He's going to start. Has to start.
And I mean, he's a running back that's only on your team for 4 years. Generally, with running backs, you want to like use them and then toss them aside for the next guy.
Run them into the ground as much as you can. Give them this rookie contract, run them into the ground, and then let some team give them a dumb contract later on.
Yeah, because
that's the plan.
Except for like running backs that are maybe drafted a little bit later, rookie year, like they usually have like one of their best years their rookie year.
The healthiest, a freshman, but he played in the SEC though, so he might not be that good. The SEC kind of beats him up. Plus, he was like the only guy on that team.
True. He was injured a little bit though. Yeah.
Yeah, only guy on that team getting hit all the damn time. So he might not be as good, but like he's just the best pick for that. So because originally I was going to do Deshaun Watson, but somebody told me he's not starting. I'm like, okay, so we get to see Tom Savage at first.
Yeah.
And so you want to try to maximize your opportunity because the EA is only going to upgrade these cards until January. So the best option is to honestly wait until August 13th, until like training camp and preseason kind of before that shit starts, or training camp and preseason starts, to make sure none of these guys get injured. Because imagine if you guys completed the set for Mike Williams. If Mike Williams had a set,
yeah,
he might be out the entire season. So just wait till the last possible minute to knock these sets out, and then go for a guy that's going to be a starter. That's why I didn't do T.J. Watt. Watt got the card because his brother's J.J. Watt, but he's not going to start for the Steelers. He may come in on like third down situations, but I don't see that guy starting over James Harrison or over Jarvis Jones or Bud Dupree.
Yeah, it'd be one of those two. Yeah, I agree. I agree completely with that on Watt. The only thing is like, I think it's hype. A lot of it has to do with hype, and I think the Madden community loves halfbacks, and like with Derrick Henry this year being the beast that he was, I think Fournette we get something similar going into next year, and just the hype gets them a promo card, not necessarily that they need to perform like Dak and Elliott did this past year to get an upgrade. Anyways,
I mean, it would make sense if that was the case, but that's probably not going to be. I mean, they can do a lot of things with these cards, but it'd be kind of funny if they purposely don't upgrade these cards until like after January. Like, that's my best guess. We're gonna have these cards going to be that light blue background forever.
What do you think about them not changing the chemistries on them if they upgrade them?
Well, they already have Team Kim, which is better than that bullshit other Kim they have, so I'm actually cool with that. So basically, it's confirmed every team has a Kim.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Oh,
every team has a Kim. It's not going to be Jack. It's not going to be just the 9 teams we had this year. So if you guys are fans of any team, not like you're fans of the Giants. The Giants got New York Giants Kim. I think they had it last year as well, but you get my point.
Yeah.
So all these players have chemistries now, which is dope.
Do you think they're all going to have the same stat boosts, or do you think they're going to have different stat boosts by different teams?
I think they're all going to have the same. They should probably be different depending on what the team does best. I wouldn't want these guys to have like +1s, +2s, and it's all like +1 to block shed for everybody, like from Minnesota to Green Bay. Like I'd rather it kind of be specific what that team's skill set is. So if a team is more like man blitzing, maybe it could they'll do like +1 to block shed, +1 to man coverage. If a team plays more zone, I would like to see it more zone, plus to play recognition, stuff like that. So I don't know if they'll do that though, because it'd be kind of hard to customize these teams' skill sets based off chemistries. But it'd be the best. I would appreciate if they did that.
Yeah, Texas. I try to disagree with you on every topic, but that one is one that I have to agree with you on. With the team cams, I really do hope they differentiate them like that. That would just make it more interesting. But I don't know. Anything else? Your thoughts on rookie premiere?
Oh no.
Any other Texas?
Skype's being stupid.
Texas.
Hello? I'm here now.
You back?
Right. I don't know what happened. Like Skype just dropped both. I mean, I got this new Skype and it's been terrible. So hopefully, we're still recording though. So
we're still locally recording. So my question's still weird.
What was your question?
What's that?
What was your question?
It was about anything else. It wasn't really a question. Do you have anything else on rookie premiere before we move on?
Not. I think we're good. Just again, choose a person that's going to start. Don't waste your thing on a person that's not going to be a starter.
Yeah.
Or on a bad team.
Yep.
So that kind of limits your choices. Because like I wanted the safety, but I'm like, he's on the Jets. He's going to have more opportunities to catch picks because he's going to be an offense. I mean, a defense a lot more because they got no quarterback. But I'm not picking him because he's on a bad team.
How many more rounds of rookie premiere packs are we going to get? Just 1 or 2 or none?
We're probably going to get 3 more rounds at least.
At least 3? What?
Yeah, it expires August 14th, and so that's a good 1, 2, 3.
It's 3
4,
weeks away.
5, 6 weeks away. About 6 weeks away. So I think we get 3 more of them.
6 weeks until No.
That's all. You don't think so? You don't think we'll get 6? You don't think it's 5.5. It's like 5.5 weeks. I'm sorry. I'm counting. It's on Monday. August 14th is a Monday, so I'm just counting.
Wait, what day do you think it is? July 19th is right now.
Yeah.
The 26th is 1 week. 2 is the 2nd. 3 is the 9th. The 14th is 3.5 weeks.
3.5 weeks?
Yeah.
1, 2. I count this. I didn't count this week as over yet though.
Yeah, but you got to count from Wednesday to Wednesday, not
okay.
This Monday.
I was just count. I'm sorry. So okay, I'm wrong. So they're probably 2 then. My math is wrong there.
Okay, yeah.
Probably 2 more rounds.
But good news for you though that Madden 18 is coming sooner than you thought it was. It's less than 6 weeks away.
Is it though?
Yeah, we just.
I haven't seen no gameplay, so I don't even know if the game is actually like done.
I feel like that's like something the community's freaking out about, the gameplay, because like I don't know, people are just like bored and need something to talk about, but it's like we're gonna get it eventually.
I know that, but it's like Destiny comes out in like September and there's a beta out. Madden comes out in August and there's no beta or no gameplay or no nothing. Yeah.
How long is it taking them for them to develop Destiny though?
Destiny 2?
Yeah.
It's probably just copy paste of Destiny 1. I don't know how long it took to develop this game. I was surprised. I learned that Activision develops it, so that was kind of shocking to me. Activision got fucking Destiny and Call of Duty.
Yeah, well, they just publish it. They don't develop it though.
Oh, okay. So publishing is different than developing.
Yeah, I think isn't right.
It might be. I don't know these terms. I thought they were kind of hand in hand, but I guess that makes sense. I know Bungie's the one that develops it. I guess, and Activision publishes it. I guess that's probably a better way to, like you said, to phrase it.
Yeah, I don't see the publisher for number. Oh yeah, there it is. Developer Bungie, publisher Activision. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, but the thing is, like, I imagine like the Madden offices right now, besides for like doing their whatever, they got everything calm for the community event to show that they got things in charge. But like, besides for like, because they have guys down there right now. Besides for that, I bet you like people's hair is on fire basically right now. Like, because they only have a 1-year development cycle and they got to do this. This is basically going gold in the next few days, which is printing into disc. Like they're probably just going like insane right now.
Yeah, probably busiest time of the year is probably like their Black Friday as like just out here just working around the clock to get this game finished. But I mean, if a company was ran properly, they wouldn't be out here stressing it.
Yeah. A 1-year development cycle's tough, but the thing is, do you see their picture on that? Who is it? A couple EA guys put out about their Madden development team this year. Seems some people are like, hey, this is a little bit bigger than last year's team. You guys hire a lot, and then Rex responded, it was because of Long Shot. They hired a bunch of people for that.
I mean, I saw that picture, and all I gotta say, I need some more affirmative action over here. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that? Because No,
I think I said enough.
Okay, all right. We'll move on from that.
Right.
You said, which Madden version do you think people should get, Texas?
All right, so this is a question that's been brought up a lot. Which version of Madden is worth it? So both these games are interesting. So Madden, the same game I'm talking about, not interesting. Both like the things you get. So Madden base game, we're gonna go without EA access, the same price you buy it in the store, we'll just go $60 versus the G.O.A.T edition, which will be $79.99, $80. So you can either spend $100 to spend, and which version of Madden should you buy? And this is an interesting question, and people wanted me to answer this, and I want Gutfox to answer this as well, since Gutfox is also good with numbers, and people like math when not having to do the math themselves.
Okay.
All right. So $100 to spend if you got to choose which Madden. I would personally get the G.O.A.T edition, and that's just because of the fact you get to play the game much earlier, but I think you get better value out of the regular edition because you can use that 40 extra on packs right now. Because every single time you pre-order a game, you get the edition which gives you extra packs. It's over like 12 weeks, over 7 weeks. You don't get all that right away. And so it's better to get that's Gutfox. It's better to go ahead and spend your money now on the game and get all the value for the cards you can sell than wait until the cards are going for less.
Yeah, and All right, I think it doesn't it doesn't need any math, but we can get into it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think playing the game early, EA, classic EA, you got to pay extra to get the game when it's supposed to drop, and that's something we've talked about. It's such an EA move. It's such bullshit on their part that they delayed the release date for the regular version until the 25th. Like, remember back in the day when we had overnight, like, or release parties at midnight for this?
GameStop.
Like GameStop, you'd have tournaments. Remember, and then they do this where you gotta buy one version of the game to get it one night, and then another version for another night. I mean, do they? I don't know. They must. Some fucking middle manager somewhere is like, hey, we can get an extra $20 out of people by doing this, and then they're like, oh, genius. But then like the hype for this shit goes down because you're kind of price locking some people out of the midnight release. It's really disgusting in my opinion. But yes, if you want the best value for $100, you get the G.O.A.T edition. And that also brings into the fact that so you get the extra money, and then what you do is buy those packs because remember, 1 or 2 days after Madden launches, the value of cards freaking tank for bronzes, silvers, golds. Elites end up going up a little bit, and it really depends on what sets are in the game too. So take that kind of into, we don't know that yet, but if you wait 3 days, the cards that you pull from packs are going to be a lot less. Also, even if you spend if you spend your $40 on Friday versus like $20 on Tuesday, but then you get the EA access. But if for PlayStation, we'll talk about for those 2 days. So you're gonna get more return on your bronzes and silvers when you list them on the first day than you will on the third day. So that's why I think the G.O.A.T edition is by clearing away the winner. Just sucks that they're just extracting more. Like, I've been talking about how much should go free to play because of how much money they make off of it, and then EA is like, let's go the opposite direction of many of the other games that just make hand over fist amount of money, like the card games that sell these microtransactions with packs and stuff, and let's make the game harder to get. Let's lock this game out from more people's hands because we want $20 up front. So that's all I got about that. Texas, anything?
It's just kind of weird that they're like the games universally release on Tuesdays. So why couldn't they just make the G.O.A.T edition like release on like the Thursday, the 17th with EA access? Yeah. I don't get it. Like, I really don't get why EA access is available on the 17th and the G.O.A.T edition is available on the 22nd, and then the game goes out to the masses on the 25th.
I'm trying to hold myself back here. It's disgusting. It's a terrible move for the company. Furthers their image as a piece of shit.
They're legitimately changing like the way you releasing a game. I know 2K last year released the game on a Friday, but the game came out publicly on Tuesday. Now I know it's just a weird thing I'm getting mad about, the game releasing on a different day than Tuesdays, but it just seems kind of weird that the game's available publicly for EA access guys on the 17th, and then if you buy the game, save some money. Hey! Of course, it's my ring doorbell. Sorry. We're going to leave off that. Don't you bark again. You buy the game, and then you get EA access. You can play the game 5 days later. Like, it should probably go hand in hand. Should probably move that date back so that way it releases on the same day so everybody can get the game. But I guess they want people to play the game on the weekend. The school's going to be out at that time. So I guess it makes sense because then people can probably catch up if they're getting the game then and try to catch up on the grinding for the guys that have been playing the game for about a week. Because that's just crazy, bro. So 17th, that's 8 days.
Yeah.
Damn, that's gonna be it's better to get the game much earlier than that. Like, if you get the game on G.O.A.T edition, yeah, get it. That's what I would do, just because you get the game 8 days, or not 8 days early, but you get my point. EA access,
yeah,
you get the game. You play it 8 days early, you get to play the game. It's 3 days early. So,
I mean, yeah, I mean that's one. Well, if you count that week, 8 days, 1/52nd of your year, you get extra. So you got to factor that into the cost. You get an extra 8 days. So I don't know, what's an extra 2% of game value out of that? Anyways, so whatever. EA developers are trolling on Twitter. Texas, do you want to talk about that?
Yep. All right, so a lot of these EA developers are out here. They know that we want Madden information, know that we're starved and we crave it, and they are just not trying to give us anything. Not even a tip, nothing. They're just basically kind of shutting us out. Like, you dating that chick for a while, and then you want her to put out, and she's like, nah, not yet. And then you just don't know when she's going to, and you just kind of basically her. That's what EA is doing to us right now, where they're kind of teasing us, and it's annoying the hell out of me.
So they're gonna make us buy the cow before we get the milk.
They're gonna make us buy the cow, cook the cow, and then serve the cow, and then they'll maybe give us something of sustenance.
Make us
maybe.
Make us really work for it. So have we? I mean, this with the amount of lack of information, it's like we haven't even gotten our hand held yet, or like gotten even a kiss on the cheek.
Not at all. And like they don't got. It's kind of great. It's kind of scaring me too, because like with the lack of information, my guess is we're not gonna see much upgrades at all. Madden. We already know CFM's kind of blah. But I think the only thing they're banking on Madden 18 keeping our attention is just gonna be MUT squads. Because I think, again, I mean, last year we got blogs later on, but at least we had information. Like, I feel like at least we had information last year. I think it's just like they're just keeping everything so close to the vest, and I don't know why that is, which is kind of getting me kind of scared for Madden 18 and probably more excited for Madden 19 than anything.
Yeah. Here's how I see it. So they changed over to a new engine, which we know is difficult, but not impossible. We'll probably see some errors like FIFA had. They also added MUT squads and long shot. So there's just a lot that they're doing, and I think that's why we're not seeing it so much. I think personally I'm more hyped for 18 than I was for 17 going into it. This is something we're going to talk about in a little bit, but I don't know if this developer's trolling so much as kind of, they get their direction from on high, and on high says we only push long shot for now, and the Rex said on Twitter we're waiting for approvals, so that's got to go through the bureaucracy, I'm sure, all the way up to the administration's office, either Anthony White or one of his guys that he delegates or gals that he delegates to approve these like vlogs before they go out, or blogs, information, because communication is a huge part of a CEO's job, communicating information about the games. I mean, Madden is probably EA's fourth or fifth. Well, let's count. What are EA's biggest games? They're Battlefield, Battlefront, FIFA. I mean, Andrew came from FIFA, so that's probably number one in his mind. So I'd say FIFA's 1, Battlefield, Battlefront 2/3.
And then probably Need for Speed.
No, Need for Speed is not bigger than Madden.
Well, no, I'm saying it's probably like top 5.
Oh, Need for Speed, yeah.
Like in EA's vault right now, there's not many games that they have that are like, you know what, that's their biggest game. It's just kind of Madden, FIFA, Battlefield 1. And then you have, I guess, Need for Speed, a racing game, because everything else is pretty much
lesser than
being
Madden,
funded by other games because they're not making money themselves.
So yeah, you think Madden's probably number 3 in EA's corporate structure, right?
3 or 4, because Battlefield is more universal than Madden is. I mean, at that EA Play thing, they flew out a lot of people from other countries to play Battlefield.
Yeah. Well,
Battlefield 4, when Battlefield 4 launched, they had like a conference in London. Like they were flying game changers out to London.
That's because DICE is out in London. That's where they're headquartered.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought DICE.
So they bought DICE for EA. So I'd say Madden's probably EA's 3rd biggest game. So any information about this game is going to go up through their corporate office, their number 1, 2, or 3 in the whole corporation, because it's such a big deal on their bottom line. So I could see why it takes a while to get through that. They got to go through the communication people who want to look it over and make sure it's PC and stands up. So
yeah, which I agree with, but there's no reason to do this. Like Rex tweeted this out. While we wait for these blogs to drop, I'm going to get a game of Madden 18 in. Which team should I play? I'll post the final score. Nobody cares about this, but he feels the need to keep teasing and trolling us with this. Nobody wants to know the final score of the game. They want to see the gameplay. Nobody wants the final score of the game. Nobody wants this. And then they just keep dropping shit like this. Fucking Cowboys CPU versus Giants Rex competitive playstyle. All pro Cowboys up 3 after the first Perkins fumble on hit stick. What are we doing? Why are we getting word updates? Like, yo, it's like, why are we getting subtitles for no gameplay? It's dumb.
I mean, yeah. I think he's trying to do his best to hype the community and the hype is so, like, small right now, it feels like, with a lot of this. But I will say, I'm more hyped about 18 just by what they've promised for the MUT squads than I would have seen any gameplay. We've seen a little bit of gameplay that's stolen camera footage, but I think there's, personally, and maybe I'm seeing it in the community a little bit too, but I think there's a ton more this year than last year. What do you think, Texas?
I don't think there is, man. I think everybody's kind of fucking mad this year, and hopefully 18's good. I think they're going into 18 with low expectations because this year wasn't that good when it came to like the whole overall of the game. The +1s, the glitches, the mess ups, the expensive packs, the nonsense. Like, I think everybody's just going into Madden next year hoping that it's good. Obviously, MUT Squads is going to be the biggest thing that people will be playing a lot next year, maybe Weekend League as well. And those two things are cool, but people, at least from what I'm gauging, people aren't really getting interested, or people are going to be going into this thing with like, yo, this is going to be the best game ever because that's how Madden 17 was sold, and out of gate it was broken. Out of the first time people played the game, it was broken. So I think people are kind of just holding back for now, and then if the game turns out to be the best, then it'll be good. But the way they're hyping it up, so I'm looking at it like this: if you have a girl that you love, you post her on the gram all the time. You show everybody you love her. You take her out. You show her off. Madden's not doing that. Madden's hiding her. I don't know why that is. All right, guys, we're back. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. Raining season right now in the middle of the summer. So we had to postpone it. We're picking it back up now. We last left off where I was talking about how if Madden were like a pretty girl, you would want to show her off. But what EA's doing is keeping her inside and closing the curtains. And I want to know how Gut Fox feels about that analogy.
Yeah, I mean, it's solid, but there are many countries where you keep your women under wraps. So it's really culturally insensitive for you to say that, Texas?
Oh, is it really? Yeah. I'm sorry to those countries that I offended. That's a terrible apology. If you gotta start an apology out like to those that I offended, I'm sorry. You're not sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you're offended by that. I think it's a good way of telling him. But yeah, no, I agree. I just think it's been a huge year for all the improvements that they're putting into the game. I mean, who knows? We'll see what quote-unquote improvements they put in. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, but from the way they're talking and hyping it, I know it's their product and their jobs depending on the hype and the sales. But MUT Squads, the new engine, Weekend League, and hopefully the new updated zones, blocking schemes, playbooks, player models with the new engine and everything. I guess that ties in there. But I just think they've been very busy and putting together promotional materials, as a YouTuber, and for anybody who's ever done like some sort of outreach or YouTube or Twitter, it takes surprisingly quite a long time. So I'm not as pessimistic about what we're seeing or not seeing as a lot of other people that I see in the community.
I guess that makes sense as well. I just like comparing the other games, and I know that it's a year long, and these guys got to carry out a game in a year cycle, I should say. But I'm just like looking at all the other games that came out. Destiny beta's out. You got a Call of Duty beta or Call of Duty gameplay that's out, that's official from guys, and games that are coming out later on. Even Spider-Man has some sneak peeks. That game doesn't come out until 2018. Wow. So I'm just like, why aren't we getting gameplay? But that's the only reason why I'm comparing it. It's just because other games, which are coming out further than Madden is, which is a month from now, less than a month from now, we haven't seen anything for, besides that long shot trailer and then the leak footage of a broken game that wasn't finished.
Yeah, I think that's completely a function of the short development cycle, because COD, that's like on a 3-year development cycle for each studio. So I don't know. I guess we can move on. I feel like we've hit that. So the blogs, what do you expect to see out of each of the blogs? Like, do you expect them to do one for each of the game modes? CFM, MUT, Draft Champions, like a competitive blog maybe with salary cap? What do you think in Texas?
I'm not entirely sure. I think the first blog we'll probably end up seeing will be on MUT Squads, though.
Well,
because
I guess we already saw one on MUT Squads.
Like more in depth, I guess, to explain it and show like screen caps and all this stuff. I feel like we kind of need to know how the format is of it. Because I was out of EA Play and I don't know the format of MUT Squad, so I feel like a lot of the public doesn't as well, and I feel like that's the only game mode that people are going to be playing year round because it involves your friends, obviously. So yeah, I think that's what I would focus on first. If I was a developer, put that out, show screen caps, explain it more in detail, get more information out about it, and then start hinting at what the rewards possibly might be. Because the CFM, we already know that CFM they didn't really touch on. If you guys pay attention to interviews or watch anybody on Twitter or YouTube for that matter, they talk about CFM. They didn't really do much upgrading into it. They added a couple new things, but nothing that's blog worthy.
Yeah.
Much could be kind of the same way. The only two modes they can really write stuff on that people will be interested in reading would be just MUT stuff, for generally like MUT overalls of cards, but mostly the MUT squads would be the top of my to-do list.
Did you see they've put out a blog already on MUT squads? Did you see that one?
I think I seen it, but I don't know if I like.
Yeah, I mean, like, they didn't talk anything about rewards, and I don't even know if those are settled yet. And with CFM, yeah, you're right. All they said that basically the only thing they promoted is like play the week. So far, where like as the week goes along, and we talked about this in podcasts in the past. But for those who haven't religiously listened to every single podcast, I don't know what's wrong with you, but the play the week is basically as the NFL season goes along, you can take up a new franchise based on that week's activity and start from that moment in a franchise. So you can start from week 3 in your Steelers franchise or Ravens or whatever, and then play how their roster played out and how the first 2 weeks of the season played out in real life. Which is it's a neat improvement, but it doesn't address a lot of the depth issues people want in CFL.
Nah, it's more cosmetic stuff and nothing that people. I mean, it's cool for guys on YouTube doing those rebuilds. They can get the season and do stuff that'd be more entertaining to their subscribers. But if you're playing CFM, like you can just force the win regardless. So I don't really see why that'll be. It just be making it easier, I guess, to pick up right where the season starts off at.
Yeah, it's like
but
it's like,
still not. Yeah,
it's like a night as Bill Cosby. It's you can force the win if you want it.
Yeah, but it's just it's something to make it more faster. But it's not what we wanted. And not what the CFM guys really were clamoring for. But I'm looking at this MUT Squad's blog right now, and it's just all word. I want pictures. I want visuals. I want to be able to see what they're talking about.
If anybody has seen pictures and stuff, it's you. You were there playing it.
I know, but the MUT Squad's line was long, man. And then I was recording Vic while he was playing it, and I couldn't get the screen because I didn't see any of it. And then I was gonna play it, and then I was like, you know what? I'm waiting in this line because Vic cut everybody. Vic just walked up there and cut everybody. I'm like, I ain't got that juice. Yeah. So I had to take a step back and evaluate the situation, and I went inside and played Madden in there. But I didn't play these squads, so I want to be able to see. I want to be able to like basically have more information on that because the way they describe it seems kind of simple, but I want them to make it more simple. That makes sense.
You're saying Victionary went Hollywood?
He did. He legitimately went to LA and went Hollywood.
Wow.
Breaking news. Yeah. Not only did he cut, he took somebody else off the sticks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's some big timing right there.
Yeah, he big timed that guy. Dude gave him the controller. Vic was playing, and then Vic was recording. You don't see any of the footage of him playing because my man forgot to turn his mic on when I was recording him, but it's there.
So like a couple years down the line when Victionary is like super famous and Hollywood like he acts. Somebody's gonna tell that story about being big time by Vic that one time, and that's gonna be like the thing that brings him down. His public persona. It's gonna completely change off that.
Possibly the guy's gonna come back.
Yeah, because he sets himself up like a nice guy, but now we know the real Vic.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny when that guy that he took the controller from creates a YouTube channel and then wants to do a collab with Vic. He's like, nah, I'm not changing my mind. Big time's Vic back. This is vengeance.
It's like that one guy that took down EDP in his YouTube channel, and he just made a blog about it. Yeah. Did you see that?
Yeah, it's so sad. That guy took EDP's revenue, man. So salty.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible to do. Anyways, moving on. Hey, what's the first thing you're going to do in Madden 18?
So all depends on what MUT Master requires.
Okay.
Because that's the first thing I try to do is MUT Master, which requires you obviously every single year. Hang on.
Oh, sorry, go on. Sorry.
You said hang. Okay, I just said hang on. I'm like, oh, is the internet being dumb again? So every year so far, MUT Squads requires you to basically complete 32 team sets, and then play solos, and then get badges, and then you got the elite badges. Obviously, then you got the cards you want. So I think that'd be the first thing I do, but it all depends. If it's gonna be one of these grinds like it was in MLB where you couldn't get Ken Griffey until like 4 months into the game.
Yeah.
Then I'd probably do something else, which I wouldn't mind if Madden changed it up. MUT Master was one of those things where you couldn't complete it until like Thanksgiving. And then we got stuff like that's where it kind of prolongs the game, but they got to kind of drop stuff like weekly or monthly that you got to collect cards for. Because this year they had a plan, but in my binder right now, I still have a bunch of like Gauntlet Master collectibles, Team Hero collectibles just sitting there. And if those were going into other sets or even to the MUTMEN, that would make more sense. But I basically did a bunch of stuff I didn't have to do. So if there was like a concise plan and it's like you need this many items and we're gonna give you this many sets to do it, then I think that's what I'll focus on. But if it's gonna be over that course of time, I'll probably just end up just playing all the solo challenges I can. Cause I think EA is gonna have those VIP solos back in the game next year.
Oh, I can see that along with their levels. Yeah, to encourage people not to farm stuff.
Yeah.
I get you. Yeah, are you gonna try and be like the first one done with MUTMASTER? Or are you gonna kind of try and take your time?
No, I'm gonna be the first one done because head to head is not my thing. Like I don't know, I fell off so hard, but we'll see how next year treats me. But I usually try to do it just because it's I like grinding video games. I like trying to. I'm not a completionist, but I like doing things that not many people do. So I'll try to beat the game early, but not gonna be the first one done. That's not my goal. Like that's like crazy levels of grinding that I'm not here for yet. If I was that crazy grinding, I'll probably end up playing competitively, because that's a lot of tap time and hours in a short period of time.
Yeah, and I just looked back on it. What, earlier today, I think it was, on my Rob Gronkowski video for MUTMASTER. I borrowed it from C Cucumber. He had it done on. I had the video up, so I had it the night before the card. I had the video up on August 29th. So,
well,
that was like 6 days after the game officially launched.
Well, this is one of the things that was funny about MUTMASTER before, because the game was so you showed this as well. But for those that don't know, whenever you lost a game in ranked, you got 6 competitive badges.
Yeah, that was fixed, right?
Yeah, so it got fixed on launch. But if you basically went to there and quit immediately, you put 3 tickets in, and you end up getting more competitive badges back than tickets cost.
Crazy.
And then if you pre-order the game, you got tickets as well. If you went to the Target and got those Target codes, you got tickets as well. So you got a bunch of stuff, and it was just basically just giving you away money, basically. So that's why some of the guys got it done really quickly.
Yeah. Because
they just had to wait to do those sets, which were cheap at first, and then got expensive once guys start realizing what cards were rare and what cards weren't.
Mm-hmm. And that happens generally pretty quickly. The rareness, doesn't it?
Yeah. Like which sets, like for the Lions one, like the bronze Lions are going for like 4K.
Yeah.
God, I miss. I can't wait. I really can't wait for opening day. Like, like that's the best time to pull back because everything has value.
Yeah. On that subject, what kind of packs do you want to see in Madden 18?
But you're gonna transition smoothly. I don't know what you want to see in Madden 18. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna do first when Madden 18 comes out. You can't just deprive the people of that.
So when Madden 18 comes out, I'm not completely set on what I want to do. Like, I want to do it all, and I think long shot is going to be good for my YouTube channel, but I don't really want to do long shot. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of torn right there. Like, I don't know. It's torn between the growth on YouTube that long shot's going to bring versus the MUT and actually playing games and MUT squads and that kind of stuff. Do you think they're gonna have a weekend league the first weekend?
No, I think that'd be kind of too hectic, too much stuff, and that's kind of oversaturation. I think they want you to probably get a taste of everything, and they'll probably introduce weekend league probably after launch or maybe when the season starts. When does the preseason start?
Oh, the preseason's gonna be started like before the game launches, right?
I'm not too sure. I gotta check this out. But if I was there, I would do that later on. I would probably. But if they want to tie it in with MUTMASTER and then introduce it like in September, I think that'd probably be best. Where you can't get MUTMASTER done until at least September.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think this is our last Sunday without football. How cool is that?
Word?
Yeah, we got the Hall of Fame game.
The Hall of Fame game?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's coming fast.
Be fun.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fun. So, what about testing early though? 'Cause I feel like testing early is gonna be a good thing. You know, start doing like some acceleration testing, some route running again, do all the stuff you did last year, just much earlier this time.
Yeah, the testing is, I don't know. It's kind of, I feel mixed about it. It takes a real long time, and ever since I started streaming, I've kind of been busy and only tested. Well, I guess I did do tests in January and February. I don't know. I think I don't have my roadmap about what videos I want to do, what days I want to stream, everything yet. I think I want to do quite a few streams, and probably going to grind some head-to-head stuff and MUT squads.
Awesome. I hope to get the game like early because I do want to see the testing out because that nugget you dropped about route running between 95 and like 76 all the same. Like what the that's crazy.
Yeah.
And like I think the better off that earlier that is, the more likely like okay, well I'm not gonna go for this guy, go for that guy. You basically just pick the best receivers you want and then not have to worry about that particular stat. So if you get the game early, you can't post footage because the embargo date is not up until what, the 13th?
The embargo date's the 17th, or the same day that everybody gets it on EA Access.
According to that photo, it wasn't that one day though.
I don't know what that. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that.
The photo was right about the community event though, because the community events are for these 3 days.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they pushed the date up because they decided not to release the footage right away, or if the date is still the same day. But if it's not that day and you get the game early, I expect testing footage day one, Fox.
Yeah, if I can get the game early, that's definitely something I would look to do. Awesome. Would be that kind of like offline testing the game out, seeing what's happening. I think if I got the game early, I'd put together a scheme that beats cover 2, 3, 4, man, that kind of stuff for people, so that they know what playbook they can use to get an early scheme. That's something I'd definitely do, like some tutorials, some tips, and
you should probably not talk about that right now because somebody's probably listening, and then when you put yours out, they're gonna take your video, and then put one out again, and then they're gonna get more views than you because they're scumbags.
Yeah, I mean that's it's happened before and something I'm used to. It's just it's the name of the game on YouTube, like so.
Yeah, it really is.
There's nothing because and with that, like if you accuse them of stealing, they're like, no, it's not stealing. I'm like, I guess whatever. Whatever. I'm not gonna get into it. So yeah, it really depends on when I get the game. Like, if I could, I don't know, slide into the DMs of somebody and maybe just find an outlet, like a warehouse, and have somebody get it for me, like Slide did last year. But if I get it launch day, like EA Access, then I'm definitely just gonna stream and do my regular stuff.
Grind.
Yeah.
What you grinding on. I remember last year because you couldn't even play MUT last year before like that thing, because it was locked and it opened at a certain day. So that'd be a good time to try the thing. So if you won't even have a chance to like get a head start until they unlock the mode, which they usually don't lock like on the 15th or 16th, like 2 days before the actual game goes to the public. Which is funny because the reason why they did that is because obviously they might reset the mode. That's why they keep it locked so dudes aren't spending money on it, and also because you get better pack odds when nobody's playing the game. The pack odds at pre-launch was amazing. Word of advice, you guys: if you guys got money to spend, it's better to spend on the 17th right away. You have better luck than you will on the 22nd.
I get what you're saying. I think it's a conspiracy theory, but I get what you're saying.
Really? Conspiracy theory? I mean, it's probably just random pack odds. I'm gonna say I got the proof, but it didn't. It's all random. So.
Yeah. That's. I mean, because we all we saw was small sample size, and
yeah.
Who knows? Anyways, yeah. So what? Let's move on to packs. What do you want to see in the packs into 18? Anything proven over 17? Or are you fine with the pro packs we have right now?
I'm cool with the pro packs right now. Pro packs we have in the game right now. I want these pro packs right now in the game next year. And what I mean by that is these pro packs, everything in this pack has a chance to upgrade to an elite. So golds can go to an elite, bronzes can go to an elite, silvers can go to elite. Everything is upgradable right now. I don't know when they changed it, but I think 2 months ago I was out here pulling 4 76 overall gold cards in the pack. Yeah. Which is something you never do before. So everything has a chance to be upgraded to a higher elite. So if the packs are like that right now, I am cool with it. Again, I want to see the colors that we got right now. Like the team of the week, make them green. Obviously, rookie is gonna be like a teal, and then if you get playoffs, purple. All this, I want colors to represent each promo. And then I want to see pack redemptions back in pro packs, and I also want to see quick sales back in pro packs. And I think that'll make the pro packs awesome going into Madden 18.
Yeah, I think those are amazing ideas, personally. And then also with pro packs, I think a big portion of this community's, what do I want to say, issue with them is the difference between end-of-year pro packs, like you say, and beginning-of-year pro packs. I don't think EA is going to do much of that with the beginning-of-the-year pro packs.
Yeah, no, probably not.
What's that?
It's probably not.
No, it's just because it's the way they work. They keep them bad at the start of the year, and everybody is super pissed at pack odds at the beginning of the year. Like, we're going to pull, at the beginning, 1 elite every 20 to 25 packs. And people are going to be salty. So you'll open an 80 pro pack bundle, you'll maybe get 2 to 3 elites. And it's
sometimes not even none.
Yeah, just because it's random. They don't have a pity timer. Yeah. So it's going to piss a lot of people off. And we're going to see that. It's going to be a huge complaint about pack odds. And I don't think there's any way we can avoid it. I don't know EA can avoid it, but then they'll be like, pack odds still sucks because these cards don't mean anything. I don't know. It's tough because it's like what we saw with these fat packs, these fan appreciation. The first time they came out, they were just crazy good. Everybody made money off them. The cards were pulled were awesome, getting 95s out of them. And then the second time they came out, they were like, okay, whatever. It's because the market, when we pulled all those high overalls, this is EA proving a point. And I may mention this. When we pulled them out the second time, they were like, whatever. And then the third time now, they've been kind of crappy. Because the market has sunk so much because everybody's been pulling these packs. So it is a balance on EA's part, putting out good pro packs and good packs. But I think what you had, your solutions, is how EA solves the solutions of making packs worth it. Give some value to those lower cards, those pack redemptions, putting quick sells in packs. So I think you really got to get on Team Texas for that.
Yeah, it's basically stuff done before in the past. It just took it out of old games, and so I'm not really reinventing the wheel here. I just want you to put the stuff back in the game that you had before to make packs like, okay, 5,000 coins out of this pack. It's a pro pack. I pulled 5K. I still lost coins, but I didn't lose that many coins out of it. Like that's
yeah.
I like that shit.
And here's the thing with pro packs, they're going to be terrible. But here's what it is. The same thing as last year. You calculate it out. With the gold that you're going to get, you're going to make more coins out of those pro packs selling the contents than you can buy them with. Like, I put out a video last year saying, are people that pull pro packs with coins ruining pack value? The answer is yes. Because what they would do is they'd pull, like, I don't know, 80 pro packs. They'd pull a bundle with coin, or as many as they could, pull them over and over, sell the contents, basically make their coin back, then do it again, then do it again, then do it again, and keep it going over and over. And eventually, because they're creating so many cards and sinking so many coins into it, they eventually drop the contents for all of us because they pull so many packs with coins, because that's what they get enjoyment out of. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a game, so if they enjoy pulling pro packs with coins, that's there for them. But it sinks the value of the packs for everybody else, but it's not something I'm not saying they should be they shouldn't carry it, because it's a free market and everybody needs to look out for themselves and their own good. But that's a little bit of that rant. So yeah, pro packs at the beginning of that first day, if you sell the contents, you're gonna make good coins. Like at the beginning of MUT, I think through the first month of MUT, buying pro packs is better than buying coins.
Yeah, don't sell anything until the 25th. You guys get in the game early, get the Goat Edition, or get on EA Access. Wait till the masses.
No.
That's when the prices rise.
Don't sell elites until that time.
Okay, elites, but like bronze and silvers, because the market will dictate itself. Because usually people will pull packs, post cards for absurd amounts, but when people start getting on, you start realizing what these cards really go for.
Yeah.
So just wait until people are playing the game and everything gets established first, and then go ahead and sell your cards after that before you lose coin. I think last year a lot of people were even Cam Chancellor, a lot of these guys are going for like 30K. Their prices jumped up to like 90.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, because there weren't any more improvements. People gained coins through doing like solos and head to head, but there weren't many. Like EA wasn't putting out any new coins. Like I think cards. I think they launched the game, then like some people maybe take a vacation for a little bit, and then all we get is like Team of the Week, and we don't get any promos for a little bit at the start of the game. So those upper tier linemen and upper tier cards that we're going for 30K because nobody has coins at the beginning of the game. But people can only afford silver and gold cards, so those cards are high priced. But the elite are low priced because people can't afford 30,000 coins when you just get the game. So it's kind of like a give and take. So they'll rise for like a couple weeks. This is what we've seen in the last 3 Maddens that I've seen. The elites will rise for like 2 weeks, and then they'll start their slow decline until we hit like say what is it? We'll probably get breast cancer awareness again as our first promo, or do you think we'll get color rush or something like that? We'll probably
get color rush. No, I think color rush is done. I think if we do see jerseys are going to be already in the game. I don't think we're going to see a promo for that again. They can't do that again.
Do you think we're getting a promo before September?
Well, we're probably get the Madden day launch promo we did again last year, and then We had the puzzle promo. Then we get that.
Oh, right,
That part of that. So we'll probably get something because September. That's the start of the season. It'll be a promo. Hopefully, the promos again that weekly promo where it's just like matchups where players you got to collect for coins. That'll be easy for them to do. Just drop that every Sunday.
Yeah, that's true. All right, moving on. I guess we talked a little bit about MUT Master and the requirements. We kind of hit on that, and you kind of want a little bit longer requirements, which isn't a bad day. I mean, having MUT Master done a week into the game isn't really that masterful. Hey, how do you think servers are going to hold up at launch?
I don't know. It's been shaky the past couple of years. We're getting pre-launch before the masses got it on EA Access. Not lag at all, but when a game officially launched, it was pretty bad. Now, I don't know how the gameplay was. I wasn't playing any games. I was just doing solo challenges and doing sets. But I remember it took a while to collect cards and buy cards and navigate the menus because the servers are so. And then it took a week or maybe less than that to get back to normal. But hopefully they prepare because it's the biggest game. It's gonna be people can play the hell out of this game on launch. So hopefully it's smooth sailing. I don't want to have to deal with the same issue we dealt with last year, especially if it's not. The gameplay's on new engine, but everything else should probably hopefully go smoothly.
Yeah, I guess that is one benefit of breaking up your release window between the 3 different release windows on Xbox and 2 on PlayStation. So I guess that'll lessen the servers, but as long as you don't have an MLB type situation, EA's generally pretty good with their servers. Since they've been terrible with those Battlefields a couple years back, they've been pretty good with the launches of Madden. I was impressed last year. Yeah, the binders were bad, but the binders have been terrible all year. Like the random crashes you get in the binder now. Yeah, their binder is just coded like a monkey, like just jumped on a keyboard a few times. So, hey, how many people do you think are just gonna stay into 17 because they're fatigued about building a MUT team?
Jeez,
it's
are you weird,
ready? Are you ready for that grind again?
I am because I'm not playing solos anymore. I'll play solos when they I stop playing solos unless they give me benefits towards Madden 18, and so I'm ready for it. I want to play for that Bradbury. I want to play for those free spotlight players, but there's no point. These players they're amazing, but I'm not playing the game anymore, so why do that? So I'm ready for the grind for a different year's game. I wish the progress towards this year's game, besides just loyalty badges, would be awesome, but that's not how they do things. So me playing solos over here doesn't really help me out next year. I already played over 2,000, so I think I don't think it's gonna be play 3,000 solos for a 99 overall league play. That's not gonna happen. This is gonna be play this for 10 coins and a loyalty badge that'll get you some contracts.
Yeah, or maybe a pro pack. Yeah, but yeah. They usually.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to just the grind of the whole thing though, because that's pretty much all I typically do. Now the issue with that is I don't know what EA is going to do to please the people that are complaining about better the rewards, because I thought we got pretty good rewards, but people are still not satisfied by it.
Yeah, that is a weird thing. Today I saw on Twitter Guru defending himself about how they made 8 solos give the rewards of 130 that they had in past years, but then people are I like the grind, and I'm that's some of the market just likes playing Madden solos. They like that solo experience of putting in time. That's why some people hate full games. But I do think there's a big market. I've asked this on stream and got kind of a mixed reaction from people. Some of them like smaller. Some of them like having 130 solos, like a journey to get those rewards that pay off for the grinders. What do you think about that?
Well, I agree because it's not quick, and I think people don't like the whole. It's kind of you gotta find a happy medium, because I don't like playing that many solos, 130 solos, which is a ridiculous amount. But typically when you do play that, you get pro packs, get a bunch of cool stuff. With this stuff, they're not trying to give those packs out for some reason, or give the coin rewards out, so they're making it smaller, so it's only 2 hours of grinding for this player, but you're not getting anything else. So I think people like the whole sitting back, watching Netflix, watching an entire series while playing solo challenges or watching YouTube, and EA's kind of not really giving them much to do. People don't really got a lot of things to do. A lot of these kids are probably enjoying their summer right now at home because they're not going to vacation, wait for school to start, or they just want to just sit back and chill, and they got to play 2 other solos and find something else to do, and there's not much else to do.
Yeah. That completely nailed it on the head there. Where people just sometimes enjoy doing the solos, and the rewards don't matter. But they're not as big of a deal as actually just enjoying the time you have in Madden and playing the game of NFL football.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we talked about hype for 18 and 17, didn't we, in the first half of this before we got to?
Yeah, we did. We definitely did.
Yeah, I think 18 has more hype than 17. You thought 17 has more hype?
I mean, everybody says 17 is going to be the greatest game ever. I haven't seen anybody say about 18 yet. Only person hyping 18 up is basically the guys that make the game, which you can't trust because those guys have a vested interest in lying to you.
Yeah. No, I at the end of 6, I don't know. I get
last year it was wild, man. And aggressive catches are gone. We listened to you guys. SWAT is in. It was like fucking all these things you wanted. It was basically like Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania, telling the crowd what they wanted to hear. And then broken day one. Like I think this one's got.
Yeah. Did you do good Hulk impression?
Listen, brother. That's all I got. That's all I got.
That's all I got. Bad.
I need to get like a line of lingo to read.
Yeah.
The Hulkamania is coming for you.
I mean, as long as you got the words, I feel like you could do it.
Yeah.
Like I can do an okay Macho Man. I haven't heard too much, but I can do an okay Macho Man.
It's that ooh yeah, right? The ooh yeah.
Yeah. On stream, I've done it a little bit, and people are like, oh, that's not bad. You know, I'm getting better at it. But maybe we'll move on. All right. Are you excited about updated playbooks for Madden 18? Like they've really been talking about how well they did updating the playbooks. They touched every single team playbook. They said.
I will believe when I see it because I didn't see any new playbooks when I was out there. But that could have been just like the game I was playing. If they're happy about it, I'm cool with it. Like I mean, if they got him in a game, that's awesome because I'm really tired of these playbooks kind of having the same plays. Except they don't really add anything. They just remove shit. Like they'll just take a whole formation out or a particular play out, but not add anything to replace it.
Yeah, in order to help balance the game,
they're out here doing that.
Because
I think a lot of teams in real life run a bunch of exotic things that EA probably can't replicate, but at least they can be in the playbook.
Yeah, and it really depends on there's certain route combinations that are just more powerful than others based on the meta and how the game is played. Yeah. Like a deep corner route right now is probably the best. If you can get a playbook or a play with a deep corner route, you can build an entire scheme around just that one route. And so that's. I mean, I think it's tough to balance Madden because there's certain just routes that are more powerful than others. So I don't know. I think that's what I'm most excited about is building a new scheme. Like if you're building a scheme, you got to do it around something glitchy. Like you got to that's my. If anybody's out there wanting to know how to build a scheme, find something that's unfair for the defense or offense.
Mm-hmm. And unfair against CPU and all Madden. That's then you realize, okay, this is gonna be easy to make money off of.
As long as it's not easily taken away by a user, and if it's not easy to bait. So if against the CPU, if you run a slant, like gun split close, a slant post combo against the CPU is money, but against a user, they're gonna bait the slant and then go pick your post off. I can't. I've done that dozens of times, maybe probably not 100 times, but dozens of times in Madden 17, where people are like, hey, this shit works. The guy, I'm gonna slant him in front of him. He'll bite down on that and I'll throw the post. But I take Brian Urlacher. I do a little semicircle underneath the slant and then go back to the post and hey, now that's my ball. So, CPU is one thing, but you got to really know about the user. So if you can stretch the field vertically on the sidelines, is really where you want to go to. But yeah. Anyways, moving forward, I'm most excited for that. But what do you think about? They're still updating Madden 17. Are we done with promos in Madden 17, or are they gonna give us one more thing?
We have to be done. We got Rookie Premiere. I don't think anything else we want. I mean, again, unless the promo is a loyalty going into Madden next year, I think we're done. Because we can still get because last year we got that Gronkowski solo where you got Gronkowski next year, but we're gonna get Tom Brady solo. We're gonna get 99 overall Tom Brady to do another one.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly, and he's a GOAT player too. So I think we're pretty much done. We may keep seeing these spotlight players coming out all late and shit. But I think that's pretty much going to be a wrap. And if not, hopefully we get some more loyalty stuff going in that next year. That's not 1 million coins per player.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. And what do you... The heck was I going to talk about?
Which is kind of amazing. I don't know why people are doing that. Like, if I had 10 million coins, I'd just sell that for some, the Skrilla. The MONE. I ain't got to say why.
Which code would you use for 10% off? Or do you get 10% more?
I don't know how that works. I would use my own code because I'm greedy.
Do you get a cutback from those codes?
I need to start doing it. I need to ask my agent about that. I got an agent now.
Oh, really?
Discuss this.
Oh, really? Who's your agent?
My buddy Sam.
Nice. That's kind of cool. Does he get 10% then?
Nah, he just gets to work out with me.
So he just gets to be in your presence.
Yeah, it's a fair exchange. Fair exchange.
Like you were just criticizing Vic for going Hollywood when you didn't even look in the mirror.
But I didn't go Hollywood though because I'm bringing people I went to high school with. So like, I mean, I know this guy.
Oh, but you see a lot of people, like a lot of Hollywood stars, like Mark Wahlberg's got his huge gang that's still going Hollywood. It's like the Entourage.
That's true.
Yeah. So are we gonna see like an HBO special, an Entourage with you?
Hopefully the Entourage show was terrible, but hopefully something better.
I'm saying
and not full of a bunch of unlikable people.
Dude, early season Entourage, solid entertainment. Ari Gold.
Everybody on that show was unlikable though.
Yeah, Ari Gold, he was so unlikable, he was entertaining.
Like, I would never want to hang out with those people ever for any reason.
That's what makes it good television.
Does it really? Okay. I guess that makes sense. I guess having somebody to hate, because Game of Thrones has a few characters you hate, but you also end up liking them at the end, so. But that show didn't have any of those characters. Everything always worked out for that one guy. Like, everything.
Vincent Chase? Yeah.
Yeah, just so annoying. Like, how is everything positive working out for you? It's so stupid.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I never saw the last seasons of Entourage. I kind of fizzled out there midway through. And, hey, one more thing about Madden 17 before we move on to some nonsense. Ultimate Legends got leaked on mobile. I think, like, the mobile guys are done, like, worrying about Madden 17, so they preloaded everything on the mobile, and then people, like, saw it. So it's a bunch of, like, current NFL players, like Weddle and stuff. Do you think we're getting the ultimate? Do you think that's our Ultimate Legends going forward?
Have you got Marcus Allen yet?
No.
I don't know. I mean, it's a possibility, but there's still a few legends we haven't gotten yet. And so we probably get those all the way up until August.
Yeah, I think so. It's not too hard to do some art. All right. So you wanted to talk about National Sandwich Day and if a hot dog is a sandwich?
Yeah.
So what do you got?
It's not a sandwich.
Yeah.
Not a sandwich. Do you agree?
Yeah, no, a hot dog's not a sandwich.
People were saying that it's a sandwich because it's two pieces of bread between the meat.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing, like, why do we have to classify everything as something else?
Because it's kind of how that works. So, for example, a cheeseburger is not a sandwich, but a ham and cheese is. But why?
Why is it cheese? Because it's got its own specific name.
So it's all about the names.
Yeah, that's what you classify it as.
So a specific name, therefore, makes it not a sandwich.
Yes. It's a catch-all. If a ham and cheese sandwich was called a La Fondue, it'd be a La Fondue or something. So, like, it's all about what the name is. Like, that's how you classify things. Like, through names.
Okay.
You don't. This isn't like the human genetics or something where you say this is part of this family. I mean, I guess you could say. I don't think sandwich. It's not really like a family. I guess if you really wanted to put a hierarchy on it, like there's Homo sapiens, and then like we're a part of. I don't know. I have to look through like the genus and stuff and all that bullshit. But no, I don't think there is a family of sandwiches that a hot dog is just a branch of. Or a hamburger is a branch of the sandwich family.
But wouldn't it be a sandwich, though, if you put it on a piece of, like, 2 slices of bread?
2 slices of bread, but you put some beef and cheese on it? No, that's crossing the line into sandwich territory, but in my opinion, that's still a burger.
How do you feel about ice cream sandwiches?
Ice cream sandwiches, that's literally their name.
But are they a sandwich, though?
Of course they're a sandwich. It's called ice cream sandwich.
But like,
literally what we label it.
It's because they call it that doesn't mean it's what it is, though.
That's tautology. They call it that, so it is that. Like, I don't know. See, the thing is, like, we literally name it sandwich, so it's a sandwich.
Well, according to Google, a sandwich is 2 pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other filling in between them.
So what do you think ice cream is? Other filling?
But like, it's not bread though. I know it's flour, but it's not. It's like a cookie.
Yeah.
It's not flour. It's not
cookie.
bread.
A cookie has flour in it. What are you talking about?
I know, but it's not bread though. It's a cookie with ice cream between it. It's like a cookie with ice cream between it. It's all confusing.
We literally name it a sandwich. It's an ice cream sandwich. It's a ham sandwich. It's a turkey sandwich. Like if it has a different name, then it's something different. Like like horse meat is horse meat. cow meat is beef. It's got its own thing. It's a special thing for us.
Okay. You're passionate about this.
Well, you got to be a little entertaining, right?
If you could only have 3 sandwiches for the rest of your life, what would they be?
I think I got to go meatball sandwich for one of them. We do a ham and turkey with some sort of banana pepper. What kind of bread am I getting on these things?
Do whatever bread you want, bro. You can get a sub. You can get some classic wheats, sliced bread. You can get some Wonder Bread if you want to, or whatever you want.
I'm trying to fit sourdough into this, but I don't know if I can fit them because I feel like sourdough is just better as toast and not really as.
It's also like better as a breakfast sandwich too. So if you can go like sourdough with like egg and cheese and some ham,
very true. Okay, yeah. So the breakfast sandwich. I think I think I'd rather do an English muffin with with sausage, egg, and cheese on it. It's basically a McMuffin with sausage. So I'd have that as one of them. And then the meatball sub. I don't know. I think I would get sick of too many meatball subs though. What do you think?
Well, meatball subs are delicious. Just because we go to Subway, you get them. They're really good. But sometimes, it's only when you're like. It depends when you're gonna eat it. I feel like every day you might get sick of it. They're good, but only in spurts.
Exactly. I wouldn't do there are better sub meatball sandwiches out there than Subway, but I know what you're talking about. So. Maybe, and then so that'd be like a dinner sandwich. And there's what's a nice little brief sentence. I don't think I'd do lunch meat. One of my sandwiches wouldn't be a lunch meat sandwich. It would have to be. What other sandwich should I have? I guess ice cream sandwich then, right? No, that'd be too much meatball. Because then the meatball would be the main sandwich the whole time.
Yeah, it would be the main sandwich. You get your beef. I feel like you need something with some chicken in it because you don't have no chicken right now.
Oh yeah, like a barbecue chicken with bacon.
Yeah, that sounds delicious right now. Actually, I'm actually hungry for a barbecue chicken sandwich on some toasted bread.
You adding bacon to it?
I would add some bacon to it, but it's kind of late, and right now I'm about to just go to the store and just buy some shit.
Fair enough. And here's the thing: if you have a ton of ingredients on your sandwich, you just pull some off if you're not feeling them that day. If that's the name of the game. So if you had bacon on the sandwich, then you got a BLT. Okay, I'll take tomatoes on that bacon sandwich too. And then depending on the day, I can pull the chicken out. Just have a BLT. All
Solid choices.
How about you? What about your 3?
Peanut butter and jelly all the way, every day.
Huh. Well, that's a solid choice.
That's my favorite sandwich. I could eat those literally when I was broke and poor. That's all I ate for a month.
What about ramen noodles?
I mean, those are good, but they are very high in sodium. And I was also heavier back then too. My chest used to hurt after eating one of those packs. I had to stop. Now I'm good. Okay. I can eat that without my heart's gonna explode. But yeah, PB&Js.
Yeah, I guess maybe I should change my answer to PB&J.
Like those two?
Yeah, I love them.
How do you eat them? I eat mine just kind of on white bread with a Jif peanut butter with Welch's grape jam, and I eat it just like that. I know some people cut the crust off and toast some shit, but I eat mine just the way it is. But I like jelly, peanut butter on both sides of the bread. You put the jelly on after you put the peanut butter on.
What about? All right, get rid of the jelly. Put a banana there.
Or a jam. Banana?
Yeah, banana instead of jelly.
Bananas are dry. And so if you do that, you might you might die of you might need a Heimlich maneuver. Maneuver.
Is there no water in this world?
I mean, sometimes you can't get to the sink fast enough. You just choke, and then you can't just force water down your throat when it's blocking your pipe.
Well,
or maybe, you just die. That sounds mega dry.
How often have you run into this situation?
Well, sometimes I put too much peanut butter on and then jelly, and I fucking got to smack. It's right in my throat. I'm like, come on, go down. And I force it, and just a big ass lump of fucking peanut butter in my stomach. It just hurts. So it happens constantly. I feel like banana would kill me.
A banana would kill you.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
according to the article, a banana has more calories than a vodka soda. So there you go.
Yeah, I guess. What would you rather? Based on the amount of our banana population, I heard it's dying to some huge disease now because all bananas are clones of each other.
Yeah, which that's pretty cool. But it's also kind of crazy that we're going to be running out of bananas pretty soon.
Well, because our bananas back in the 60s and 70s were different and more flavorful, but then a disease wiped all those clones out. So we switched to our current bananas, and now a disease are wiping out them, so we're going to have to switch again here pretty soon is what I've heard.
All right. Well, scientists will figure it out. They're smart.
Yeah, they're good scientists. All right, so we had this discussion before the podcast, and I kind of want to bring it back up. What's more interesting in your opinion, basketball or football, Texas?
Basketball by a long shot. And this is if you're watching it just one game at a time. I find basketball on the highest level. College basketball is terrible. Women's basketball is terrible. Basketball on the highest level, football on the highest level, I find more entertaining basketball than football, I shall say.
Oh, Jesus.
Which is weird because I post Madden and not 2K.
Yeah, that's one part of it. All right, we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball, I feel like it doesn't matter outside of the last minute or two.
Well, some games it doesn't, but a lot of games it does. And I can see where you come up with that point. But football is kind of the same way, unless because football's only good if the games are close.
Well, you can say that about any sport, right?
Nah, depending on what team rooting for, I guess. You can maybe come back. Basketball more likely to come back if the deficit's huge.
Yeah, but then if it's a huge comeback, aren't like the last 2 minutes like excruciating long? Like I could fit a baseball game in the last 2 minutes of a basketball game.
Why are you over exaggerating like that though? Like that's super hyperbolic. Like what do you what? Baseball's like 4.5 hours on average. What are you doing?
Yeah, I know. Can't I just go overboard once in a while, Texas? I know you don't live near water, but sometimes I just like to go overboard with things like that. But seriously, those last 2 minutes, it's like, all right, we took a shot. We missed. Let's foul them. All right, we took a shot. We made it. Let's foul them. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I think in the last 2 minutes, I'm not a fan of basketball, so people are going to be like, this is a dumb idea. I think in the last 2 minutes, free throws, you should be able to take 3 of them.
That put the game away, though.
Yeah, no shit.
So I think your argument would have been better if you said the hack-a-shack stuff like that, like hacking Dwight before they get there, where it's just kind of taking the audience out of the game.
Yeah, that's exactly what it currently. If you try to get like a 7-point comeback, that's what you're gonna do.
But usually, if they go tit for tat with buckets and buckets and buckets, it's like, okay, this is interesting. But I see your point there. My issue with football is how many. I saw the article about it where it's like how many actual time of football you're actually watching versus how long it actually takes to play the game. Like I think it's 11 minutes of game action that you're watching that they show over 3.5 hours.
Yeah, but that's kind of all right. So football is more of like a strategy game, and football is a very instant replay focused game, and talking about matchups, and I see people make that argument. You can make the same one for baseball. There's only 11 minutes of action. But it's not so much with football like the actual play, but what happened in the play, and then breaking down the play that I find interesting. And I don't know. I guess it's 6 seconds of fury, and then you're like, oh shit, what happened? And then you go back to it again. With 22 guys, if you want a full game of football, you just watch rugby. Like that's football that's played the whole time, and I'm not that interested in rugby.
That's because we're Americans. We hate foreign sports. But like, when I watch football,
red, white, and blue.
When I watch football, I'm like, I have to watch Red Zone. I can't watch anything besides Red Zone anymore because I'm literally tired of commercials. I'm tired of watching just a person hike the ball, throw an incomplete pass, watching Alex Smith throw 2-yard checkdowns. I was like, yeah, I just watch Red Zone. Get to the Red Zone, score a touchdown, or show me all the highlights. I'm cool. I'm here for highlights. Where basketball, I can literally sit down and watch the Mavericks play the Lakers or watch the Warriors play the Cavs. I can just sit there and watch those without complaining about all the commercials. There's a lot of commercials with those games as well, especially with those TV timeouts, which are annoying after they come back from a TV timeout. Like, what are we doing? It's annoying. Well, it happens so much in football. They'll squeeze a commercial in football. Like, I think, what was this thing that happened last year where it was like they scored a touchdown, commercial. Kicked the ball off, commercial. Ran a play, 2-minute warning, commercial. Timeout, commercial. Like, what is, like, why we got so many commercials in a short period of time? It's like, I just think that's what kills it for me.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I'd rather watch.
That's a really fair argument that the NFL is harming themselves by trying to monetize it too much.
Yeah,
and I completely.
And then you got Thursday night games, which are terrible. They're never good. At least basketball,
that's ass.
Like,
yeah,
basketball's not good on back-to-back nights, going from like LA to Denver. But that's really the only time it's not good. It's like
but do you want to watch like half the teams in the NBA just aren't good?
Which is, yeah, I mean, they can't compete with the Warriors, which is like, it sucks now. Kevin Durant kind of ruined basketball for this argument right now, because before it wasn't as predictable as who was going to be in the finals.
I think Kevin Durant and superstars that team up are what makes basketball good.
Well, no, it makes it fun to watch. It's nice basketball, but that's trying to be interesting, because the regular season's not interesting, and it's kind of a foregone conclusion who's going to win the finals, which kind of makes it not interesting to watch.
But think at basketball at its peak.
Yeah.
You had the Lakers and the Celtics in the 80s. You had the Bulls in the 90s. And then, like, when basketball really took a nosedive in the early 2000s, you had, like, Detroit Pistons winning it with a defensive team and a team effort. But when basketball's at its peak, you got LeBron James teaming up with Dwayne Wade, and you got and Bosh, and then you got them winning championships with a super team with like, because then ESPN focuses all their attention on it, and people get hyped to watch them come into town. And I think basketball, more than any other sport, and I guess every sport's exactly like this. You want your superstars to be winning championships to get people talking about the greatest of all time, and they like watching those superstars win and those superstars on the biggest stage. So I think the super teams actually help basketball out, contrary to what people say.
I think it gets people talking about it, but it doesn't help out your fan base. And
no, I mean,
I think
NBA. I don't know. I don't know about fan base. Yeah, sure, it doesn't help the people in Utah get into NBA.
Not at all. Because it's kind of, it's like, oh, the Warriors are going to be winning this for a while, so I'll just wait, and it's just kind of not going to be going to games with it, because it's kind of a waste of money supporting teams if you're not going to be out here winning. But another reason why basketball is better than football is the best team typically always wins. With football, it's usually the healthiest team that wins, but not the best. Yeah. Same thing said about baseball. Like, it's never the best team. It's usually who's healthiest or who gets hot at this certain time.
Yeah.
Which I hate saying. He got hot, but like, it's kind of how football goes. Whereas basketball is kind of over a representative sample. You typically see the better team win.
I think here's my rankings. Let me know what you think about them. About the better team winning. NBA #1. I'm just going for the major four. And well, I guess I can include soccer. I think. I'm not gonna include soccer because I don't know too much about MLS. So #1 is NBA. The best team in the NBA, they're gonna win. The #2, I think, is NFL. As the best team's gonna win. You know, we got the Patriots. But some random stuff can happen, yes, because it's only one game. But #3 would be MLB, and #4 would be NHL. Just by the amount of lower seeded teams that win in those sports, versus say the NFL with the Patriots and the Packers and the teams with the good quarterbacks generally win in the NFL. But I don't know. Basketball, to me, it's not bigger than the NFL. But I feel like
not at all. Close.
Amongst the younger audience, I think basketball has more hype around it. What do you think about that?
Yeah, because remember, when you playing basketball, you playing football. Plus, you don't risk death playing basketball, but you do playing football.
I don't know which basketball courts you grew up on.
Oh,
but the ones
throwing bows out there.
Yeah. Like we were poking eyes out.
Hitting people with the elbow, coming to the paint, hard fouling them.
Yeah. The one time in gym class, this is pretty crazy. I'm just kidding. It's not crazy at all. It was like one of those mixed league gym classes. I think it was like 9th grade or something, and like there was a girl. She was a freshman on the varsity team, and then a guy. She always kept driving the lane and with her head down, and a guy pointed it out to me. He's like, just stand right there. Next play. So I stood right there, and ran right into me, busted her shit. And she had to go to the nurses. And I was like, hey, you should drive with your head up. I don't care if you're a varsity basketball player. You're going to come into my lane. You're going to pay the price.
All right, so you heard it here first, guys. Gutt Fox abuses women.
Damn it. I didn't want that to get out.
Be beware, ladies. He's a fox, and he knows how to manipulate.
But yeah, that's it'll be interesting to see where the sports are in, I don't know, 20 to 50 years, because I think
football might not be here in 20 to 30 years the way it's going right now.
I think basketball is just better marketing.
It's going to keep growing. Better marketing, better for people to get in. Moms love it, and anything moms are here for is better for the children that they have, because they're more likely to play that. Baseball's the best, honestly, because you're guaranteed all the money. Basketball is now too, somewhat, but longer contracts for less work in a sense. Like, you got guys out in baseball who look like garbage men out here hitting home runs, getting crazy contracts, whereas everybody in basketball is literally shredded.
Yeah. Well, it's just the nature of the sports, really.
Yeah. Because one's a sport, one's not.
Wait, basketball's not a sport?
What?
Yeah, let's not get into that one. But there is some concern about. This podcast is going on a long time, but we're talking nonsense now. Mutt stuff's over. There is a concern about the basketball and the TV contracts. Have you seen that? Like, TV ratings are down. ESPN's having to lay off people because people think they overpaid for these live sports packages. I mean, based on what the NBA got this last negotiation period, it's going to sink some of these brands.
Well, they had to overpay because Fox won in the bidding, so that's the reason why. I don't think it's because they overpaid because they wanted to give them all the extra money. It's because Fox came in and Fox was trying to get NBA right. So
that's true.
If anything's going to happen, ESPN is going to get Fox to go under, and then NBC Sports might go under as well, and everybody has to go to ESPN, so it's kind of like a business investment. But laying people off, too. Laying people off that aren't really doing much for the company. Like, John Clayton is just an insider. He's not Adam Schefter. He's not Adrian Wojnarowski. He's just a guy that just talks sports, and there's a lot of guys doing that better and also for cheaper. So
that's true. And well, I don't know what your point was with NBC going under because they didn't overpay for the NBA rights. They didn't.
I know, but they kind of forced ESPN to pay more.
Yeah. Because
of the bidding that was going on. So that's the reason why ESPN's paying as much as they are. I know NBC has NHL, so they probably will never go under because that's the only place you can actually watch hockey.
Yeah.
But Fox pretty much kind of forced ESPN to make some of the other sports networks forced them to pay as much as they possibly could to get the rights to these games. And I think the ratings might be down too, just because people were kind of it's a foregone conclusion right now with who's going to win. So I think that it'll probably be better next couple of years with let's say for example LeBron goes to the Lakers with Westbrook and then Paul George, ratings might shoot right back up.
Yeah. It's not so much that people don't want to watch; it's just the cord cutters. Like the people that were never watching it are now cutting their cord and getting Netflix and Amazon.
Cable's way too expensive.
Yeah. So it's more them than the actual interest in the sport going down. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see where they are because I think NBA they got a hell of a deal. And so did the NFL in this past negotiations.
Which is kind of funny too. And just the money is just so crazy. Both those companies basically split the revenue 50-50. But NFL players you got dudes out of here not better than Aaron Rodgers making crazy JJ Redick's made more money than Aaron Rodgers is this year.
That's great. Yeah, wasn't he was he the one that got a top 5 all-time payday? In NBA history?
No, well, he got a 1-year, $24 million deal, so I don't think he got a top 5 payday. But some other guys got a top 5 payday. A lot of other guys got crazy. I know John Wall got offered a crazy amount of money, so did James Harden. Obviously, Steph Curry.
I mean, Steph Curry's definitely worth it. If there was no salary cap or contract cap in the NBA, how much would Steph Curry get paid per year?
There's no salary cap?
No salary cap, no contract cap, nothing. It's a free market MLB.
I don't know because I don't know what his value is to that city.
He's got it.
I know LeBron's is probably worth half the franchise value right now. So if Dan Gilbert gets to the Cavs for $2 billion, LeBron is probably worth $1 billion.
Yeah, I think LeBron on the open market goes for $100 million per year.
$100 million?
Yeah. I think
Curry's so important. Yeah. So I don't know what Curry I don't know how the city was before Curry. I don't know if there's jobs around the arena that Curry's getting at him being there, his presence may pop up.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's the case, but him and the whole team basically made that franchise more profitable. So probably half of that I would think, maybe a little closer, $75 million.
Yeah, I mean if the cap's $120 million. Or I don't know. I just think if there weren't contract cap, it'd be crazy for those two. But yeah, I would agree. They drive those franchise values. Okay. What happened? Look what happened to the Jaguars. Khan bought the team a few years back, 5 years ago, for $770 million. It's now worth $1.8 billion. How crazy is that? 5 years, almost tripled his money.
Yeah, it
just seems like a little bit of a bubble at that point. But, anyways, I think I don't know. I don't got anything else. How are you, Texas?
I'm all out of things to talk about today. It's a long one. That's pretty cool. We had to come back and finish it, but it was still a good one.
I think our second half a little bit stronger than the first half. I think energy-wise and content-wise, I think we were more passionate. Or maybe it's just myself. I don't know. Maybe we should lead with the second half and then do like a Quentin Tarantino thing, like where we throw it back to the first half. What has he done like a crazy person? Just his movies?
Like it's just he's weird. He has like a plan. Like his entire life he wanted to make like a certain amount of movies, and he's gonna retire after. He's crazy.
So
he's always in his movies, which takes a bit of narcissism. So like, yeah, I find that guy weird.
So you think having a plan and doing movies you want to do makes you crazy?
Well, the way he does them, and then the way he shoots them, and then the choices he chooses makes him crazy. Like Inglourious Bastard was the craziest choice. Django was extra crazy. The movie From Dusk Till Dawn that turned from like a heist movie or a kidnapping into a vampire movie out of nowhere. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But like that's crazy. Like,
I just think it's innovative stuff.
Was that the biggest twist in the movie ever? Like, I did not see that happening going into that movie.
Yeah, my issue with it was that like I saw it on TV and I saw the I don't know what do you call it? The description of it, and it's like vampire movie. I'm like, oh okay, so not that much for me.
I got you. I mean, you should have watched it on HBO because that's Selma Hayek.
Did she really?
What's she name? Was it Selma Hayek, right?
I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, it was Selma Hayek. Did you not see her From Dusk Till Dawn? Did you not see it? No? She didn't introduce you to manhood? No? She didn't make you feel any funny ways about your body?
Yeah, well, us foxes have a different process.
Okay, yeah, you're tracked. So I bet fucking Fox and the Hound was like
that made me into the man I am today.
And on that note, folks, we'll end the podcast there. That was episode 69. Appreciate you getting on again, Gut Fox, for this one. And hopefully we will get some better information for the next one, for 70, which will be on your channel. Link in the description below.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
Thanks for having me on, Texas.